What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 15 in my 8th annual 31 Days of Horror. This is a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween. And continuing along here, we have Death by Temptation from the year 1990. This is coming to us courtesy of Vinegar Syndrome. And it is a trauma film, which is interesting. This was not a trauma-produced film, I don't believe, but it was a trauma-distributed film. And honestly, over the years, I've learned that trauma is not what I thought it was. I thought that trauma was always going to be films like The Toxic Avenger and Class of Nukem High and Poultrygeist and Redneck Zombies and those type of films. But really, there was a long history with trauma of releasing, very good films too. Death by Temptation, I think, falls under the category of a very good film. It is a independent film. It is a low budget film. But it is a good film. So, Death by Temptation follows Joel, who grew up in the church. He's studying to be like a minister or a pastor or something. And he is struggling with his faith a little bit. And he moves to, I believe it's New York, to visit his cousin, Kay. And there he becomes infatuated with this woman who he sees in a nightclub, and she sets her sights on him, and she happens to be a succubus. Now, Death by Temptation might be the greatest succubus film out there. I've never really seen many. I can't think of many in my head. A true succubus film. This one does walk the line of like vampire succubus. I think some people could interpret it as a vampire, but to me it's like, this is literally what a succubus is, like the temptress and, the temptation and luring men in and stuff like that. Joel has to, find his faith, and his friend Kay has to help him rid the city of this, nighttime stalker. Samuel L. Jackson has a minor role in it, directed by James Bond III. The cinematographer is Ernest Dickerson, who is a very famous cinematographer. This is a movie that I think is really fun. First of all, I think that I just really appreciated sort of the lighting and the mood and the atmosphere that comes with this film. I think that setting it in the, New York sort of urban culture was really cool. I think this is, one of the tail end of blaxploitation films. I mean, the genre really popped in the 70s, but I think that there was still a couple that were being made in the 90s and 2000s. And I think this is one of the cooler ones that I've seen. And I believe that the director set out to kind of mimic those films of the day in a way, like Blackula. And this film is really a lot of fun. I think that, expecting trauma, you might expect one thing, but it is a pretty serious movie all around, dealing with, faith and belief and rediscovering that. Also, I really like this scene involving a TV. And this guy goes into the TV. Reminded me of The Ring, but way before The Ring. Yeah, man, I think that the whole succubus idea is intriguing to me. I really like that, especially setting it like in this sort of setting. And I'm not sure if I said this, but the lighting is really good as well. I love the 90s feel to it. It definitely has... It's so funny because, like, it's 1990, right? They might have even made it in 89, but it instantly felt like the 90s to me and not the 80s. It's so weird. So, Yeah, maybe not the, later 90s, but early mid 90s totally has that feel to it. Yeah, but this movie's pretty fun. I really enjoyed this. There is some special features on there. Um, I'm gonna come in at a 7. I just thought that it was super cool. I really did. I thought it was really good. So that's Death by Temptation, 7 out of 10. Pretty awesome. See you guys tomorrow with another review. Peace.